YouTube? Marquelworld late here on Wednesday, but as promised, I am doing an AEW review. I've been doing WWE, so I want to be fair. AEW from the jump. Do want to say this was a good show. I do like the new lady. What's her name? Megan. I'm not looking at my notes, but I do like Megan and Chris. That women's feud got my attention. Did like Hook today. Him and Simone Joe, good team. I know there was another guy, but I really am a fan of Hook. Again, I'm not reading my notes. I'm just talking from what caught my attention, and before I'm reading the notes, and again, right, seeing what the results were, because some things I did forget. But that's what caught my attention. Don't really think I saw that much of Ricochet. Don't really remember him. The Hurt Syndicated caught myself. They won main event. Was a good tag team match for the main event. So that was good. Again, these are my first thoughts. So I did enjoy that. Good to see Bobby and Shelton still doing their thing. So the crowd was lovely tonight. We'll say that first thoughts. The crowd was lovely tonight. The Mercedes Monet and Harley match, the music video, we're getting that tease. Mariah May and Tony. We're getting that with Mariah May and her promo. So a lot happened tonight. A lot did happen. Okay. Hey, Anthony. Hello. Thank you for coming. And hello, guys. And those that watch the replay. Hey. Marquez World. We talk pro wrestling news at least 3 times a week. Just signed a publication deal. Oh, okay. So you're going to publish it soon. Are you done writing the book? And I'm so glad to see that things are happening and moving right along. Um, let's see. We did have Max Caster. I'm glad to hear that. But let me edit my things real fast. I always have to do that after go live. But we did have Max Caster have an open challenge, and he got defeated by Adam Hangman. I don't know where this is going. I thought this little hill turn was going to lead to some gold for Max. Really don't know what the game plan is yet. We shall see. We shall see YouTube. I really don't know what they're trying to do with him at this time. I thought he was going to be this kick-ass heel. They might as well have made the Acclaim heel if they weren't going to do anything with him as a solo star. That's just my real opinion. Again, this is just the beginning of Max Caster and his push. But at the end of the day, I hate that he lost. I really wish he would have won by some cheap way at least. Okay. So now that we got that out the way, there are some people that let's talk about it real fast. I do like to gossip here. There are some people that are saying how Logan Paul is stealing Adam his move sets. I don't know what to think about that. I don't know what to think about it. They did have some comparison between the two. Child, I hate when they always like have these ads on these damn websites. I stop it. But I did like what I saw the video, but it didn't look like he stole it. But I did like they did attempt to shade Logan Paul. Even though I'm not a Logan Paul fan, it is a little funny. Death Riders, we did not see that much. I'm glad. Sometimes it gets overwhelming with Death Riders. I will be honest with you. Where is my music? Okay, we got the music playing in the background. One second. What do I also want to say? AEW, they've been getting some lower views this year. Let's see what happens. They are bringing in some great content of recent. I did like Collision. That was a good show. So I did like Collision. I did like Tonight. Hey, they may be coming back. The viewership may take a while, but it is good that the product itself is getting better. So I'm all for that. I really don't care about viewerships. I do only care for it if it's about renewing a TV deal, because of course I would want AEW to get a TV deal so there can be other companies other than a WWE. So we have people like a Willow, we have someone like a Carmen, we have someone like a Chris Setner, we have someone like who else? Sammy Guevara, we have someone like who else would probably not have went to WWE if it wasn't for AEW? Hell, maybe a MJF. So we have so many people that didn't get the opportunity in WWE. So I am glad to see we have AEW and it is starting to come back. So that match was okay. Max Caster, again, what are you doing? Um, do they have a plan for him? Do they have a plan for him? I don't know. I don't know. Again, the claim being a heel would have been a little bit better. I'm just being real. Let's go to something else. I do want to say the production was good. What I mean, the camera angles and the audio sound. Last week, I was having a little bit issues hearing some of the audio, or it was just kind of like what's that word? Buffering. It was buffering sometimes. So this time it was not. I don't know if it's a Sling thing because I do have Sling TV, so that's internet based. It's like cable, but on the internet. So don't know if that was it, but so let me get my notes. We did have at the end Adam Copeland. I'm getting them confused. Adam Copeland, Adam Page. We got Adam Copeland. He wasn't the main event, but the last person to be out there. Okay, so um, okay, we had the trios title match. I had to look at my notes. The trios title match, the Undisputed Kingdom versus the Death Riders. What did I think about it? Um, uh, Same results. The Death Riders, again, I don't want to talk shit about them. I'm not saying they're a bad team. I hope you guys don't get mad at me, but they are kind of getting stale at times, if we're being honest. So the Death Riders retain. I mean, they are interested. They are a faction that are kicking ass and showing their dominance and is taking over. But sometimes when you see something so much, it gets a little annoying. So that's kind of how I feel with them, but I noticed they're not getting as much segments as they were before where it was like every other segment or hell every segment almost it felt like they were doing something. But it was great seeing them and not take that much spotlights. So hey, this Marina, when's she ever gonna get in the motherfucking ring? Is she gonna have herself a championship match? Is she gonna do something instead of always sticking her business where it doesn't belong? Hey CM, how are you? Hey, hey. Nice seeing you. How are you? I'm off tomorrow, so I'm so happy I took the day off because a snowstorm here in Michigan. But how's things going over there? Do you watch AEW? And Anthony, I don't know yet, but did you say you have a publishing deal coming? Is that what you meant? But yeah, when is she going to get more involved? We did have Samoan Joe. Remember, I said that in the beginning of the stream that I like him and Hook, and then there is the other guy. But the other guy, no shade, he's not as memorable as these two. But Samoan Joe, Hook, and what the Casorio, Shabita. Hopefully, I'm not saying that wrong. Versus John Cruz, Aaron Solo, and Rosora Grillo. Like I said, Samoa Joe and Hook, they did their thing. They were the winners. Hook has a promising future in AEW. He's very handsome. He has the looks that he has. He has the strength, and he has the I don't want to say the charisma because I kind of said the same thing with Ricky Starks. So I can't say that with everyone. So what separates Hooks? He has the confidence. Before I felt like he wasn't as confident as he is now, but he's been doing this for a year and a half now. So the confidence, he has the looks, and what I mean by that, before I said I like Ricky Starks, I thought he was handsome. But what I mean with Hook, he has to look as is versatile. He can be a heel. We've seen him before look angry. He can be that muscle cocky jock, or he can be a baby face like now. Simone Joe, cheer for um good son to Taz. So he has a versatile look. He has the look. So he can be anything you want him to be. So Hook, good seeing this for you. Wonder what they're gonna do with him. He doesn't have what, that FTR title anymore. So what was that championship belt he had that his father had? He doesn't have that anymore. So I do want to see him with some mid card title at least. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't know that. I thought this whole time you watched, but I guess you're so interested because I'm gossiping, talking about it. Yes, but I do mostly do the talking about behind the scenes stuff. But thank you. Thank you. What do you like to watch? If you don't mind sharing with the chats, and hope the weather is well over there. I don't know where you live, but hope the weather is well. Okay, that's good. Is it a local one? Are you going to have a book signing? Um, What is it gonna entail, Anthony? Is it gonna be on Amazon? Is it something that I could see online? Oh, okay. I think I remember us talking about that because I'm in Michigan, so we're not too far. So do you have that snowstorm too? And yeah, WWE is good. I mean, I like all wrestling, so I'm happy that AEW is here to exist. Because, like I was saying like 5 minutes ago, without it, we won't have that many options as fans to watch or many options for wrestlers to sign. Just like a Britt Baker, Ricky Starks, Sammy, MJF, they all got their big taste in AEW. So I'm glad that we have a lot of companies just like TNA and NWA, even though a lot of people don't talk about that. Samoan Joe, was nice seeing him. He still got it. I know what he's in his mid 40s right now, so he still got it. That's not old at all, but good seeing him. Good seeing him. The opponents were decent too. No shade. Mm, we did have Renee with Chris Jericho and Brian Keith. Renee, she's doing her backstage interviewing, and she's okay at it. She's okay at it. Wish she would add a little bit more spunk. I remember when she was very over Renee, which I'm talking about Renee Young, but Renee, she's in AEW now. She was very over. Wasn't she even on commentary as the first female? And she made history. So she did have a time where it was about her, where she had her own era. But I don't really think her interviewing consists of her being animated. Maybe I'm so used to watching like WWE and seeing Jackie. She's so like, I don't know, just makeup and facial expressions in these outlandish, cute outfits, and then we just have Renee just standing there like. So I don't know. Wish she would do a little bit more because I did like her and I did go to school for communication, so I do look at stuff like that because I'm like, girl, really? Um, but maybe it's just AEW the way they book her. But we did have a little promo, of course, by Chris Jericho. Um, it's the same, talking, talking, talking heel. Glad he gets the camera time. Glad they respect a legend like him. He's been doing this for a while now. Sooner than later, he's going to hang it up. So if you are a Chris Jericho fan, why not enjoy him? Why not enjoy him while he's still here? Literally, while he's still here, while he's still doing what he can in his 50s. So I am enjoying this with Chris Jericho. A lot of people get tired of him, um, but some people don't because the learning tree, they do chant that, they do interact with him when he's in the ring, but a lot of online people, let me say that. Oh my gosh, I can argue with these online people. They get my blood pressure so high sometimes because they be going back and forth with me. Um, Again, we have Renee with Willow. It was cute. She had a little bit more oomph when she got attacked by Maureen Schaefer. Willow, she was talking to Renee, and then she got attacked. I did just say when's she gonna get involved? I guess this right here. Hopefully they have a match. But Renee did react. Oh my god! So okay, I got a little something from you, and that's what I say. When she brings a little character, I do like her. But when she's just doing this and interviewing people, it's kind of boring. Like, come on now. Seems like SmackDown versus Raw, WWE 2K, just boring when she doesn't show any emotion. Uh, we did have Jericho that was out there. The Outrunners, Big Bill, all of them out there. We did have a stare down between Powerhouse, what's his name, Hubs. Powerhouse Hubs is somebody they are clearly trying to push, and I notice even if he doesn't have a match, they will make sure. Okay, they will make sure to showcase him in some kind of aspect. So I did like that. I did like that. Him and Big Bill. Okay, we have two big, tall, muscular men about to basically brawl. Ain't no wrestling. They really about to brawl. So I'm really excited to see that. So good job, AEW. You are getting me excited. The next one we had a commercial. Again, Renee, Dustin, Rhodes. We did have him saying bitch. We did have Dustin Rhodes versus MJF, which ended with it was a great TV match. I will say it was a great TV match. My favorite moment. Oh, this was good as well. I didn't say that in the beginning of the stream, but they did do well. My favorite was when MJF was running between the ropes. We thought he was going to do something like a drop kick, and because he ran, bounced back on the ropes a couple of times, and Dustin was just sitting there, almost like he's going to do a drop kick eventually. Then he just walked up to him and just like tapped him and started posing. So MJF is a great heel. He is my age. He is in his he's still in his 20s, late 20s, but he is a star. I do like his heel mannerisms, him blowing kisses at the camera. Uh he's a star. Glad he didn't go to WWE selfishly because I thought maybe he'll be one of many. But here on AEW, he is like the main star. So it was a good match. Dustin, you kept up. You kept up. Don't know his age group, but you kept up. You did well. Do like that power slam that he does. He's still keeping up. So he did well. He is the Ring of Honor, tag team champion with Sammy Guevara. So he is still kicking ass. But good match. We did have MJF win, but it was a great match. And it was on TV. I cannot complain. I cannot complain. That's the plan to have a book sign. I'll give you a free signing. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Are you almost done with it? Because I think you were on 2009 the last time you mentioned it. Yes, he is. CM, he is very entertaining. I do like him. Um, you are missing his AEW run. Maybe you can come back to it eventually if you decide to watch it. It's on Max. Again, I watch it on Sling, but I do have Max as well. What I will say about this Jericho run, it seems like he's having more fun. He's doing what he wants to do, so you will see a different side of him. Instead of the WWE side one who was doing his job, this one it seems he has way more creative than he did in WWE. But both Jerichos are well. We did fall in love with Jericho due to WWE, so we do always have to give him not most of the credit, but they did put him in put him on the map. But this Jericho I do like. I do like him and Sammy, their relationship. I know they don't really interact no more storyline wise, but I did like their relationship. Did like it. I did like it. Um okay, I was about to say, am I on mute, but probably not because y'all would have said something. But let's see. We have Megan Bain. She was looking like a big, thick woman. She was very thick. Uh, I don't even look at women like that, but and she was thick to me. But she was very beautiful, a glamazon. I almost felt like okay, maybe Beth Phoenix was not a glamazon afterwards because this woman was muscles, pretty face, dominant face. I don't know. She was giving glamorous but kick ass at the same time. And the first thing I think of is Glamazon. That was a Glamazon. But she did face a local competitor who was the hometown hero. Let me get your name, boo, right? Let me get your name right. Maya World. Maya Mile Road. She put on a good showing. This Megan girl was very dominant. This Megan girl again. It was like maybe a 3 minute or 2 minute match at that. She did something like the F5. Her finisher is it's like a F5, but she kind of like falls when she do it. I know Brock Lesnar he falls, but she kind of like falls a different way. If it makes sense, like kind of like falls almost like she's being pushed. If that makes sense. So she won. After this we did have the next women's match, and we did have Chris Stantler. She was making her way to the ring, and we have Megan and Chris Stantler face each other. They're both two women that are not your average skinny woman, not your average woman that's not skinny or big. These are muscular women that are kind of tall. I will say Megan is way more taller and way more buffer than Chris. Even she would probably look like she can kick Jordan's Grace's ass at this point. I mean, if we're speaking of women like that, we're not speaking of women like Liv Morgan or a. mm, I don't know. They look way buffer than Rhea. Raquel, they look buffer than her. They're more like a Jordan Grace kind of buff. Um, but buffer than her, this Megan chick. This girl is going to be a star. Um, Chris Stantler was facing Penelope Ford. She's a star. I do like her. I think I've seen her in an indie show in Chicago one time. I think that's when I saw her before, but it was cute when I saw her live, and she's still doing her thing. She's not really the focus in the AEW's division right now. Let's be real, she's not really the main focus. We have all these other attractions such as Megan, such as Mercedes, such as what's her name, Carmen, who's about to face Mercedes. We have so much else going on. But Chris Stanlander, she's also a star that's usually going to get pushed, or a top star of the women's division. She's kind of like a Rhea of the division. You know, she's always going to be involved in a major storyline, or like a Charlotte. So we have Chris Stanlander. That's a good one. We have this new Megan girl that's a big, dominant woman, like a glamazon star. We have that's two already. We have Tony Storm, the timeless Tony Storm star. We have Mariah May, the AEW's women's champion star. We have Mercedes Monet star. We have Willow. That is upcoming star. She's well known in light, but she's not star power, but she's upcoming. Then we have Britt Baker, who is like the first woman that was signed to AEW. She's been gone in the blogs, but if she makes her return, another star. So this AEW women's division is looking great, and this is a good thing for women's wrestling. All promotions are doing well. AEW looking better with the storylines. TNA, they have a good women's division. I mean, a lot of people don't like her. Tessa, she's very talented in the ring. We have who else do we have? What's her name? I keep trying to Rosemary. We have Rosemary. We have Ash by Elegance. I mean, she is a star in TNA. We do have what's her name? Who else is good in TNA that I'm just Oh, the champion. That is, I'm so sorry. Masha, she's very great. We have Masha. So they have a good division as well. And then they have WWE, the NXT division. Great. Raw's division. Uh, I don't know if I can say the main roster divisions are great. Not because they don't have great stars. It's just maybe the same storylines, or the same people winning, and this draft doesn't really mean anything. So I can't really keep up who is who at this point and what brand they're on. I mean, I don't even remember what brand Liv is on. I think she's on Raw, but she appears on all the show half the time. Um, who knows? But every roster and company has a great women's division. Miss Ford, I'm sorry, I don't feel like your time is now. It could be eventually, but not right now. No bra and panties matches. No, this is not the early 2000s. Stacy Keebler, Victoria, Trish, Tori, Candice Michelle, Maria. Who else was there? That's the I didn't grow up the Attitude Era, but I grew up the Ruthless Aggression Era. Melina, I still remember a Great American Bash. I think it was Melina versus Tori Wilson in a bra and panties match. Or was it Tori Wilson versus Candice Michelle? I know they have that lingerie Playboy pillow fight at WrestleMania 22, and that just shows you how long of a diva fan I've been. This was the WrestleMania, the same one that we had with Mickey James and Trish Stratus, where she was a crazy psycho. Yes, there was the same WrestleMania. We had a serious Divas match where they were cheering for Mickey James, and I was so happy. And I remember she was in SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 with that yellow skirt and that white tank top. Oh yeah, I remember that like that was yesterday. And then the following year, my mom took me when I was 11. What was that? 2007 to WrestleMania 23 when they were at the Ford Field. That was my first. No, not the Ford Field. Was it Joe Louis Arena? No, I'm losing my. Hold on. Where was it at? No, it was at the Ford Field. Yes, it was at the Ford Field. My memory. My memory. That was my first ever wrestling event going live. Yes, WrestleMania 23, Ford Field 2007. I remember that because I was 11. That was my birthday gift because my birthday was in May. And when was this? When was this? Because all I used to talk about was wrestling as a kid every year. What do you want for Christmas? SmackDown versus Raw. Every year. She wouldn't even have to ask me no more. SmackDown versus Raw. SmackDown versus Raw. SmackDown versus Raw. That's all I always wished for. Uh, let's see. Oh, since we're talking and I don't have to go to work tomorrow. WrestleMania 23, where was that? Okay, that was April 1st. Yes, my birthday is May 20th, so that was my birthday gift. So that was my birthday gift going to WrestleMania. Um, so glad we have female entertainers now. Yes, that Megan girl, she was very entertaining. She's very dominant. Don't know what championship she'll go to. I'm a little afraid for Mercedes Monet. You have to watch AEW, but this Mercedes Monet, who is Sasha Banks, known as to some, formerly known as, this lady looks like she's like 3 times her size. I don't know if she's going to become the new TBS champion. Or I don't know if she's going to chase the main champion, who's Mariah May, who's also small too. Oh, I don't know. This don't look good for both the champions. What belt would she want to go for? They should have AEW Women Tag Team belts because the way they have Penelope Ford and her working together, it's almost like they should be tag team champions, but they don't have a tag team women's belt yet in AEW. Okay, that makes sense. So, Edge era. See, I was the ruthless aggression era, the Cena era when he was new, the Randy Orton, when that OVW class with Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, and John Cena came. That was the era I started watching, the ruthless aggression era. So, still kind of Attitude era vibe, a little knocked down a little bit, but it wasn't that PG shit on now. We still had some edge. I was the last generation. Uh, So let's get on to the next match. We had we had Harley Carmen. Oh, I don't want to call her Harley Ray. Who is that? Harley Carmen. She had that Mercedes Monet puppet that is becoming very, very famous in that AW company. It was doing the CEO rap, and at the end of the day, we saw it was what's her name? Harley, who was doing the rapping. She basically was mocking the theme song and saying how she's a newbie and she's going to basically prove herself. It was cute. It was a little cute rap. It was a little cute. I'll give you that. It was like a bubblegum rap. It was like a schoolgirl rap that you do outside in your when you guys are competing against each other in high school. But it was cute. I like the music video. Um, I don't think she's gonna beat Mercedes Monet. This is bringing a lot of hype. I do like her though. I'm not saying I don't like her because I am a huge Mercedes Monet fan. That's my favorite female wrestler. Then it's Trish Stratus after her at this point. Yeah, I'm sorry, Trish, but she's my favorite female wrestler. So I hope she don't lose. This Harley girl, you are very brand new. You do not step up to the CEO, the blueprint, the one that showed y'all and paved the way. It wasn't Charlotte Flair. It wasn't Becky Lynch. It was not no Bailey, the hugger. It was always the boss, Sasha Banks slash Mercedes Monet. So she's not gonna lose that belt. She's not gonna lose that belt. And if she does, I don't know. I may have to be offline for a day. Especially if she loses it to her. She lost it to like this Megan girl. I'll be like, okay, I can see why she whipped your ass. That girl was 3 times your size. You fought a good fight, Mercedes. But if it was this newbie, I sound like Bianca. Mm-mm. We do have the Guns versus the Hurt Syndicated. Um, good match. Good match. Like I said, I do like that the Hurt Syndicated, Shelton, and whatchamacallit, and Bobby are still getting showcased very well. I do like that. So I am happy for them. Um, we did know that they were going to retain. We did know that. I did not think they were going to lose the title within a month of their title reign. It would be a shock factor if a major company did have that, where someone did lose their title, maybe like the next following match, their first title reign, then kind of like, oh my God, they actually lost. Or like maybe their third or second one, where you feel like they're going to retain because they haven't been champions longer than a month or two. But then they lose, you're kind of like, oh my God, they actually lost. So it would be nice if we have that more with champions where they don't always have to have it for 2 months. Let's have it where we have a champion, they have maybe 4 title defenses on the fourth one, they lose it, but we're so used to them always defending it. If they only have it for like a month, we're so used to them always defending it and always retaining it. Let's have it for once where like, oh my God, they lost. So if they would have lost here tonight, that would have made headlines. That would have made headlines, but people would not have expected them to lose on the AEW show. But a lot of people expected them to retain. So we need something for once where we're expecting someone to retain, where actually it's like, what? They didn't retain? So that would be a shock factor. Maybe TNA would do that because TNA usually is ahead of their time. So maybe we'll have that with Joe Hendry where we're so used to him retaining, or he doesn't really defend the title that much yet. And then he starts defending it. Maybe his third title defense, he loses it, and to the point where like, oh my God, he actually lost. It may have people tune in more. We did have Mariah May in the back doing a promo saying basically how Tony should have never gotten back up after what she did to her. We did have again Adam Copeland. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, Adam Copeland. Who's the other guy's name? And so I do know his name too. I don't want to look at my notes. Adam Copeland. Something right? No, something white. Something white. Jay White. Jay White. Let me make sure that was who it is. I know his name. Was it Jay White that was with him? Yes, it was Jay White and Adam Cope, and they did come down and they wanted to see, I guess, open the briefcase, open it with the chance. And then we have basically Adam calling out John Moxley. And John Moxley did come and answer. And then we said had a showdown with all the Death Riders. Well, we had well, not all of them, but we did have Adam do a spear. We did have the baby faces get that good final moment. Yes, we got one over you. They left out happy. So good to see Adam doing the spear still. This Marina girl, she needs to have her own matches and get her ass whooped. Yes, I said it. I did see her in the indie show and she did very well. And I'm not saying in real life she needs to get her ass whipped. I'm just saying her character, she's just always involving herself in shit instead of business that she should be involved in, like getting that woman's title. So maybe some of the women need to start being your ass and showing you to stick with your own. But maybe she doesn't see them as a threat. So if they're not stepping up to her, why would she be afraid? So I can see both sides. Okay, I'll do that. I was actually incorporating that. Uh, it was on the drawing board. So yes, I most definitely maybe the next pay per view I can do a little watch along, or maybe even a Raw I can do one, or even a SmackDown. I don't know if a SmackDown I can do one. So I can do like a watch along for SmackDown and then maybe one day for AEW. I just the thing about it, just haven't done it yet. I'm just trying to do my research on the copyright stuff. I do know some things like a Twitch, you can do that, but I don't know if a YouTube, if I play it, if it's going to flag my video and I get muted. Or I'm thinking maybe I wear my headphones, but this is gonna be a lot, child. Maybe I wear some earbuds. I hear it on my TV, and then I have my microphone on me or something, or I'm holding my microphone, so I'm kind of listening and watching and talking at the same time. So I'm trying to see what that's all about. So I'm still doing my research on that. If that's the way I should do it, like have a Bluetooth, listen to my TV, so the audio won't be caught, and then also having my microphone plugged in and speaking while I'm listening and getting my live reaction and having the camera on me. So thanks for the reminder. Thanks for the reminder. No, totally. And oh, you should, if you're on Facebook, you should join the Facebook group. I run Pro Wrestling TEA. I write birthday posts every day. Um, Usually I do reviews of the shows. I'll write a post and people can chat under the post. And we do have a messenger group chat on Facebook, Pro Wrestling T. So there is like a group chat where we talk wrestling. I try to moderate it because some people like to get off topic. So I try to moderate it. And I do have some people that let me know about the chat sometimes. And hey, you should look at this because I'm running a YouTube, I'm running my TikTok, I'm running the Pro Wrestling T The Facebook group is at 5,000 followers now. So I post there. So if you have a Facebook, it's called Pro Wrestling Tea, and that is the group. It's a Facebook group. And you guys can post there as well. I just have to approve the post. But usually some people that post there a lot, they usually get something like a feature, I think, at this point, where if you are like a member after a while, if you are active and it sees that you are an actual member, it lets you post without my approval. Because there's times where I'll be at work. I will schedule my posts. So when I work a full-time job. So when I'm not doing YouTube, the Facebook, the TikTok, the Twitch once a week, I'm at my full-time job doing the call center and watching this group chat sometimes. But sometimes when I get on my lunch break, I feel like, who are these people on this page posting? I don't remember approving them. But I guess if you do interact, it does automatically let you post. But I'm still getting the hang of that. So if you have a Facebook, you can always join CM. Mm, let's see. But thank you for the idea. You can always message some ideas. I'm Markel's World on X, Markel's World on Blue Sky. I got to keep up with the times, y'all. Got to keep up with the times on Blue Sky. And then you can catch me on that Pro Wrestling T Facebook if you ever want to message me privately. Any ideas? Uh, when I think about this, so AEW Dynamite, it's on the comeback. It was decent. I would give it an 8.7 out of 10. Not a complete 9, but an 8.7 out of 10. They're doing their thing. I'm very excited. All companies in wrestling are doing well. So I'm very excited for the future. Very excited. We shall see. We shall see. But tomorrow I'm off, so it's gonna be Thursday TNA, but I'm off work due to, again, I took off for the snowstorm that we have tonight. So I'll be relaxing. I'm about to start cleaning. Friday, me and my mom are going to have a movie night. I'm going to get us some pizza. She'll be over. It has been maybe like 7 months since she's been here. Don't really invite her. Well, I don't invite her, nor does she come. So it's not. It's kind of a situation like that. I usually go to my mom's house if I want to see her. She lives 15 minutes away. So this is gonna be. She made my apartment maybe like 7 months ago. So we shall see. We shall see. That should be fun. I'll make sure everything is dandy. You know how it goes when you have your parent over and you live alone, you want to make sure, oh my God, I gotta make sure everything look good. So since I'm off Thursday anyway, so I might as well clean. And it's my grandma's birthday tomorrow. My grandma in Germany, military family. My mom German, my grandfather military. Met my grandma in Germany. Had my mom. Had my uncle, moved to Alabama. Things didn't work out, got a divorce. Grandma, my mom's mom, German. My mom, her little brother, all moved back to Germany after the divorce. But I moved here when I was maybe about 3 or 2, I don't know. Military. Same father, military, mom, met Germany. Moved here. My grandpa lived in Michigan. So yes, basically why we're here in Michigan, kinda. But yeah, grandfather used to live here in Michigan. So Germany to Michigan. So that's where I'm at. Wayne State alumni. Wayne State. WC3, Wayne County Community College. No shame. Went to community college, got my associate, paid, went full time, paid my tuition. My mom is someone that always had a working job, single mother, but she always worked. And with her income, I never got these full semesters paid, or I knew some people were going to school and they was getting a refund check. I'm like, well, damn, I owe after my FAFSA, I owe $1,700, and you getting that $1,700 check. Where they do that at? Oh, okay. So I thought I saw something. But what else do I want to talk about? Now I'm just chatting at this point because I know usually I'll be rushing because I'm like, okay, I gotta go get up, be at work, wake up at 6:30, gotta be at work by 8, work at that call center downtown. I work that call center all day. I'm on the phone, so usually I'm trying to get my rest before or I go to bed and just watch something. But right now, since I know I ain't got to be working the AM, I'm chilling tonight. I'm chilling tonight. What else is new with me? Because this is Markel's World, all things pro wrestling news and my life. So let's talk a little bit about me. Um, Nails, we'll get that done soon again. But yes, it's gonna be 2 weeks soon. So getting that done soon. But what else? Getting that done this weekend. Thursday, tomorrow, I'm probably going to be grocery shopping, cleaning, sleeping in. I'm going to have my heart music on tonight. Gonna have my little rain sound on. I'm gonna have me a good night tonight. Maybe have some wine. Hmm. The night is still young. Sunday, hopefully I go to church. Hopefully I go to church. So not a busy weekend. That's good. I think last weekend I was busy, so it is good sometimes not to always have plans. I hope all is well with you guys. Those that watch the replay as well. Hello, hello, hello. If you made it this far, I hope your weekend. I like talking about the weekend. After when it's Thursday, that's when I start talking about the weekend. So I know it's Wednesday evening at 11:25 my time, but still getting ready. Uh, Let me look that up real fast because I know he was cleared. But then I saw something recent came up. Like, was it a new lawsuit or is the lawsuit still going on, but the criminal case is done? Because I know something happened during Royal Rumble weekend. They were like, oh, of course she would do that during the Royal Rumble weekend. But I don't know if she was like oh yeah, she named Brock Lesnar. So I was like, okay, I thought this was over, but then I'm like, oh, it's still going on. So okay, maybe she's still suing them, but the criminal charges there was some agreement. I guess I don't know what the agreement was because the way Vince McMahon worded it on his X page. I don't know if it was an agreement was made. I don't know if he was cleared. I don't know if he had to do something. I know something about a fine. I think he said he had to pay. So I don't know if he had to pay a fine instead of going to prison. But I don't know if that means he was innocent. Who knows? I'm not. I really don't know. That's why I really don't speak much of it because I don't want to say the wrong thing about it. Because I know, let's be real, the McMahon family is very powerful in this wrestling industry. So I don't want to say nothing crazy about them and it's wrong. But like I said originally, I've been watching wrestling since I was 7, so I do have respect for him and the childhood memories he brought for me, especially wrestling could be escape for me at times. So it was something that I did enjoy, and it was something I fell in love with. Sometimes the wrestlers were kind of like imaginary friends to me. So I always will respect him for that and that aspect. But the allegations, I don't know. It's just too much going on. It's too much stories, too much he said, she said, too much. There's more details, there's more stories. I can't keep up. So I really don't keep up with it. But like I said, the first video, I hope he enjoys his retirement. If this is long behind him and you just had to pay a little fine, go ahead, enjoy your grandkids. Don't come back to WWE. You don't need to come back. You don't need to come back. I just said I respected you. I'm gonna keep it that way, but you don't need to come back. Let Triple H do his thing, what he doing. You don't need to come back. You don't need to come back. We respect you. People that respect you. Okay, cool. What you did, if it's true or not. We hoping it ain't true, but stay retired, maybe come to the show maybe once or twice a year. Get your little camera time and wave. I mean, wave in the crowd if that's something you still need. Because I know once you're so used to the spotlight, I heard in reality it's kind of like a drug. You kind of need it after a while. So I don't know if he needs to make a couple appearances to just get that one more oomph from the crowd. Because I kind of say this about Triple H, and we do love to gossip here at Pro Wrestling. At I'm about to say Pro Wrestling T. I'm like, where am I at right now? We do love to gossip here at Marquel's World and also Pro Wrestling T. But I heard Triple H, a lot of people on X, they getting tired of him still in the spotlight. Oh yeah. They was talking all on X when he was the first person to be on Netflix. They said of course he's the first one hogging the spotlight. He had to be the first voice, first person we saw. So much for the next generation. You want to be the first person on this Netflix, this new generation. So a lot of people do say he hogged the spotlight, just like when he takes a picture of the champion and posts it. They're like, okay, why are you making this about you? So again, don't know if it's a drug, don't know if it's a drug, but if it is, we may see Vince McMahon back for a little short camera appearance here and there, once or twice a year. May not happen this year, may not happen next year, but eventually we will see him on the screen making these small appearances. No, actually, my grandfather, the one I told you about, my mom's dad, he would buy me the wrestling games. He's the one that would buy me the video game system. So that's how it worked. He bought me the PlayStations. I was a PlayStation person, still am. I have the 1 through 5. So he bought me the 1 and the 2 and the 3. I bought the 4 and the 5 with my own money because by then I was grown. But what I was saying, he would buy me the game. So no, he knew liked wrestling. I would talk about it. I had T-shirts back then. I had the Slurpee cups. I don't know if you remember that. 7-Eleven. I have the Slurpee cups. So no, my grandfather did mine. I grew up with my mom, so single mother. So that's why I say single mother. Um, my dad's side, not really. Uh, I do have some siblings. I do have 4 brothers. He has other sons. So I do have 4 brothers. My age group, I'm like the middle one. There is, I guess, if I'm saying their names, I guess there's one. There's Monty, that's the oldest. Then there's Eris, she's older than me. Then it's me. Then it's Malik. And then it's Jaquel. So all boys. So I'm hoping I will go there this year and see them, but no, it's more my mom's side that I grew up with. So she didn't mind the wrestling. Again, she was the one that took me to WrestleMania. And my grandma, my mom's mom, my mom's sister, they knew I like wrestling. My mom's brother, the one that said it was my grandma, grandpa, my mom and her brother, he's in Germany still. They all know I like wrestling. I would say, oh, I gotta do video game posts more, but I used to do that on Pro Wrestling T. I used to do that when I first made the page, but I don't really post about video games. But thanks for reminding me. I would say Here Comes the Pain will always be my favorite. I recently started playing the PlayStation 2 again. I am still playing Def Jam Fight for New York. That's still my shit. Fight for New York, love it. Oh my god, can we bring games like that? Here comes the game, love it. I think the PlayStation 2 was the best era. I really feel like if they would have the better online, it would have been the shit. Like people would still be playing it because then they have like Capcom versus Marvel. It had two. Didn't it have a lot of great Tomb Raider games? Crash Bandicoot. Those PlayStation 2 games were all right. It wasn't as same as the Naughty Dog games. I will admit that. Like the Crash Nitro Kart was good. Wasn't as good as Crash Team Racing, but Crash Nitro Kart was all right. Now I'm talking about my video game fandom. So as you can see, I am now with this YouTube, the TikTok. working full time with the call center. Half the time, I don't even want to do anything because I'm taking phone calls. I'm just mentally exhausted. Don't really play the video games that much. I'm about to get back to it though. I will maybe play SmackDown 2. Maybe I'll play a match tomorrow. I do feel like I have that game because I do have like a whole list of games that I have that I wrote down on my phone, but I also have my games in a box somewhere in my apartment. So I'll look for that. I think that's the one with The Rock on the cover with the sunglasses, if I'm correct. Or is he on the disc and he has the sunglasses? If so, I think I have that game. And you guys are gonna laugh. I do want to buy a just for this. I do want to buy a Oh, I had this game. I just looked it up. It's the one with the Rock and the sunglasses and Triple H on it. Yes, I have that game. I played that game a couple months ago, actually. So yeah, I have that one. That's how I knew he had the sunglasses because I recently played it. So no, that is a good game. See, I am a gamer, so when I do have time, I do try to play games. I do play a lot of wrestling games. It's kind of hard these days with the wrestling games because you always have to get used to the controls because every generation had a different kind of control. Like sometimes I'm like, do I press the triangle button to block? Okay, no. Do I press the R2 button to block? Okay, yeah. Do I press the R1 button? Okay, I'm playing the GameCube. Oh, it's the L1 button. Oh, it's this. I'm playing the Switch now. So you always have to get used to the different games and different consoles. So it gets a little hard to keep up. Yeah, it was a good game. SmackDown Here Comes the Pain was my favorite. No, SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, but I did also like SmackDown versus Raw 2006. That was a good game. SmackDown versus Raw 2006. Um, WWE 2K24 was all right. I mean, I don't dislike it. It's all right, not revolutionary to me. I would say the last game that kind of got me excited was maybe WWE 2K, maybe 21. Wasn't that after they kind of fixed the bullshit from 2020 with the Becky Lynch and Roman Reigns one? That was so fucking laggy. Oh my god, that came out so long ago. Oh my goodness, it seemed like it was yesterday when that came out. WWE 2K20. I remember it because I was so happy for Becky. I was like, oh my god, a female's on the cover. But then I was like, oh my, Roman's on it too. Now he has the solo cover. Ain't that ironic? Like, damn, I had to. When it was my time to shine, I was the man. I had to share the cover with you, but now you have your own cover again. That could have been Here Comes the Pain because I do know that they did have a lot of stuff like that going on Here Comes the Pain. They also had that on Day of Reckoning. The GameCube games were kind of like that, where you could fall off the cage, where you can be backstage and fall off things. Day of Reckoning. What I liked about those mechanics, it was kind of interactive, and what I mean by that is like, let's say I did a suplex, and you were standing near me, you would also fall down. Even though I'm not suplexing you, let's say someone's leg landed on your head, you would fall down too because someone landed on you. So I kind of miss that element, kind of like with the pins. Now, these days, when you jump on someone and it's a pin, it's kind of like an animation where they're like holding their back because you like jumped on them, or you just jump on them and the pin stops. But on the Day of Reckoning, the GameCube games, when you jumped on someone to break a submission or a pin, it would show the impact. Like if I did a leg drop on you while you were pinning someone, the ring would shake when I landed on your head, and then you would fall. So not fall, but you know what I mean. Roll over because I landed on you. So I do wish they would bring more of that into the games. The tag team moves were a little more realistic. It would be like basically someone's already doing a move and you could kind of join them and do a tag team with them. So let's say I was doing a scoop slam and I happen to be near and you happen to be near me and you press X at the opponent, you would probably help me and we would do a double scoop slam. So GameCube, I feel like that could have been them, or that could have been WrestleMania 18. That's another one that was kind of over the top. I think it was WrestleMania 18, I think, or 19. It was one of those. Um, that could have been it. But it could be SmackDown too. I mean, those THQ games, if I recall, were very legendary. That was a time to be a wrestling fan when THQ was involved with the wrestling. Mm-mm-mm. But I may get off soon. I've actually been on here for an hour. I think that's the longest that I've done so far, so I'm happy for that. But I may get off soon. So those that watch the replay, AEW was good. They are coming back. Tony Khan should be happy. Uh I feel like maybe at this time he hired somebody. I feel like secretly people don't know, but I feel like he might have hired someone to help him with the booking. It's not a bad thing at all because we all said that it needs a little bit of tuning and help. So if he did get someone to tune it and help him, well, why are we knocking him down for that? Oh my God, you hired someone to help you book the show. See, in WWE they would never. Well, they have writers, so maybe he got somebody else to write. But I do. Oh, see, I didn't play that one. I didn't play that one. That's the one game you got me on because that was on the PS3. And I remember back then I was younger and I felt like that game was all about the legends or had like Hulk Hogan and all those legends in there. I was like, and Bret Hart, I'm like, oh, do I really want to buy that? Don't really have a lot of current superstars that I'm fans of. And I didn't like what they were like a bobblehead and shit. And they had like these big heads or they were like cartoonish, more cartoonish. So no, I never played that game. But people say it's really good. Just like so I may give that a try. Thank you, CM. I'm also still waiting to play No Mercy. I heard that's like everybody argues about that. Like everyone's like, is it Here Comes the Pain or No Mercy? So I still gotta play that. So I have to play No Mercy and All Star. I don't know if there was an All Star 2. Let me look real fast. Oh, you know what? There was an All Star 2. They thought that this new game, Battleground. I played WWE Battleground. You may like that. It was a game that came out after WWE 2K20. WWE 2K20 got a lot of pushback, um, and with all the glitches. So again, that game came out in 2019. Um, we did have a game called WWE 2K Battlegrounds, and I think that also came out in 2019 or 20. That kind of was like the I'm sorry game before the new game came out, the new 2K. Battlegrounds was kind of like that. They had these cartoonish characters. Fire could come out of their hands. They would do like these big slams. And that did come out in 2020. I just looked it up. So it did come out like a couple months after the 2K20. But they had that action you're speaking of where they would do body slams. They would go in the air and do a finisher. They would do a choke slam and like fly and then like land really hard. You would do like there's like an alligator. You could like push somebody into it and hit them with its tail. It was very, very, very chaotic. So a lot of people were saying 2K Battlegrounds was kind of like the new All Stars, but a lot of people said they liked the gameplay better on All Stars. And I said, okay, I kind of like this Battleground game. Back then, when I was maybe a preteen, I really wasn't into that game. So now that I'm a little bit older and I play Battlegrounds, I may want to play All Stars. So you just reminded me of that. Okay, so before I get off, let me read this because I'm rambling and answering questions. Have a good evening. Enjoy your time with your mom. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So we are going to watch a movie. Again, I'm hosting. I invited her. I just say, you know what? Let me invite her. Maybe that's why she doesn't come much because I don't really invite her over. So I said I can host. So she will be here. So I may play Dead by Daylight. It's a game I play on the PlayStation. My PlayStation 5 is always plugged in into my living room TV, so that's always there, so it doesn't really create a mess. But like the PlayStation 2, that would create a mess with the cords, the yellow, red, white, and then using an HDMI converter to put it on my TV and then having the plugs for that. Yeah, you may be right about that part, or I may do it tomorrow and just play a little bit. Just because I'm off, I'll have my own snow day with video games. But thank you, CM. It was great catching you live, and Anthony, and those that watch the replay. I will see you guys on the next video. But yes, I'm sorry I didn't advertise this as early as could. I did a day and a half, but could have done a little bit better. But this is Markel's World. I know it's late, but this is Markel's World. All things pro wrestling news in my life. Sub to the YouTube. Follow on TikTok, Markel's World. Follow the Facebook group. Well, join it, Pro Wrestling Tea. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.